And we're coming to you today from the United Nations Library.
Danny Ayalon is Israel's Deputy Foreign Minister.
I want to get straight to our next guest. He is Danny Ayalon.
Danny Ayalon.
Danny Ayalon.
Daniel Ayalon.
Danny Ayalon, thank you so much for joining us today.
My pleasure.
You know, Israel is not just a bastion of democracy, but also a beacon of hope and example.
Israel has been and will continue to be a consensus issue. If Abu Mazen and the Palestinians go unilaterally to the United Nations, then it releases us from all our obligations, and then we'll have to take steps according to our interest. We don't want to do that. We would like to work jointly with the Palestinians. The solution can only be found between the parties, negotiating together, and no side will change the status by going to a third party or to the United Nations. What faith can we have on a word or on a written signature? So this is something of principle. And the Palestinians should accept Israel's right to be there out of our own history and out of our own rights.
Netanyahu was waiting on the table for the last 2.5 years. He is waiting now. It was Abbas who never stepped up to the plate, and we're still waiting and hoping.
The Palestinians, because of great PR, I must admit, are turning the entire international community as a rubber stamp to their capricious conduct, if I may. If you look at the United Nations today and you see the amount of time they allocate to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, and what happens is usurping the agenda by the Palestinians is on the expense of really poor people in Somalia that don't have food, or in Rwanda, or in other places around the world. And this is the real pity of it.
I wish we had more time together. Danny Ayalon is Israel's Deputy Foreign Minister.
Danny Ayalon, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for joining us here in the Morning Majority.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning. I appreciate it, and you'll be at the United Nations later this afternoon to listen to the proceedings, I'm sure.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.